Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Deanie G and I am the Berserk Painter. In my first ever airbrushing tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to airbrush this fire sword in a few easy steps in about 5 minutes. I'll be doing most of this in real time on screen, but I'll talk you through the steps as we go along. Now you want to start with a primer coat first. I use black as most of my 40k minis have a darker tone to them. Here I'm using Vallejo's black primer, but any black primer will do. As you can see on screen, for swords, flesh tones and sometimes different coloured helmets, I like to paint these separately, just saves time masking things up afterwards. Now that the black primer is on, you want to break out the white. Here I'm using Vallejo's Model Air White for this step. We want the white to be brightest at the tip of the sword and fade out to black as we get to the hilt. Now, as a rule of thumb for me, while using white through an airbrush, you want to go real low and slow, about 20 psi. Just take your time and you will thank me for it. Now, while I'm getting this white on, I thought I'd take some time to tell you a little bit the channel and its upcoming content and why I've started painting on YouTube in the first place. So really the channel will just be me showing you all the tips and tricks that I use to get my minis on the table fast and to a really nice standard. I don't count myself as the greatest painter in the world. I'm just a guy who has a lot of passion for painting 40k stuff. I mean, I like the tabletop gaming side too, but I'm more into the building and painting side of the hobby. Why I've started the channel? Well, that's because of people like you who are watching, hopefully. I've been painting minis for a few years now and only commissioning stuff really for the last 2 and mainly showcasing that via my Instagram. The links for that will be below. I've gained a lot of support from Instagram and also on Facebook, so I thought this would be the perfect time for me to make the next step. This current commission I'm working on at the moment is from a friend of mine called Mark. He will be sending me a lot of Blood Angel stuff, so if you're watching, Mark, hello and thank you very much for all the work that you're sending me. I do know that my setup is rather basic at the moment, but I am looking to invest more money into the channel over time, but it's all I kind of have for now. Oh, and I know you can probably see my on-trend Marvel PJs, but the only time I really get to paint with a baby in the house is late at night, and I want to be comfortable. Plus, after 15 months in lockdown here in the UK, I think it's part of everyday dress code for me at the moment. So in my hands right now is Vallejo Model Colour Air Black Red. This is an excellent dark red, which I highly recommend when you're painting anything red. Vallejo's Fire Red for a fire sword, and Vallejo's Orange. So first you want to start with the orange and just do some light passes over the white. Just make sure you don't go over the tip of the sword too much. We really want that white we painted earlier to stand out, to be the brightest part of the sword. So once you have an even coat of orange on both sides of the sword, you want to move on to the fire red. Now this step can be a little bit more tricky, but again, low and slow and take your time and try not to rush. This time we want to work up from the hilt of the sword and fade into the orange. Basically what we did with the white in the first step, but from the bottom to the middle instead of the top to the middle. Now that the fire red is done, we can do the same with the black red into the fire red, but this time start right at the bottom of the hilt and then move it into where the fire red starts. And there we go, all done. Perfect for the Lord of Death. And in good time too. Another massive shout out I'd like to give is to Jamie over the Red Path, where they're all things World Eaters. You can find him on Facebook and YouTube, and they also have their own Discord. Links for these will be below. The advice and support you have given me, Jamie, has been integral to making this YouTube, and I would like to say a massive congratulations on your first 1k subscriptions. You are a gent and a scholar, my friend. Now, if you like this video and want to see more, please sub today, but if this is something your friends would like, please give the video a share. Thanks again for watching, and remember,
we are Legion!